Hi, this is Gizmo First, coming today a little bit under the weather. I've got a head cold and a sore throat, and you could probably hear that, but I really had to kind of try and get this out there because I know that all the other Fallout 76 content creators will probably beat me to the mark. That's the cost of being ill. But obviously, semi-exciting news today, and I'm going to take a few different sources into account, but because they all practically say the same thing. Developer Double 11 has been subcontracted, I guess you could say, to work on Fallout 76. Now, you could take this in a couple of different ways. Other MMOs have sometimes benefited from a third party coming in and mixing it up, but it usually happens when a game studio has had an MMO out for a little bit of time and they want to move on to other things, but they know that they have, let's say, a loyal fan base, and they don't want to lose that fan base and of course the revenue that comes with it. So I think with Fallout First and all these different things being in place, you know, the Atom Shop, they're still making money from it, enough to subcontract somebody else to do it and move the people that they still have from Bethesda Studios onto other things, namely Starfield, maybe Fallout 5. I would say the Elder Scrolls 6 beforehand. Whether you're excited by this or not depends on your worldview of what it means for the game, because we could say that the inclusion of Double 11 will bring about more content, but as we're about to read, they've actually been working on this for some time. So I'm not sure how much more content we're going to get, but maybe they will change it up, have a fresh perspective. Okay, so this from Twin Finite. If you've been immersing yourself in the world of Fallout 76, then you probably already know there's a substantial roadmap ahead for 2022. The survival title will be getting 4 major content drops for each season, but more importantly, Bethesda is being aided by Double 11, a British studio, when it comes to developing new content for the game. Okay, made in Britain, can't be bad. The news comes via an announcement by said studio, which revealed that the team has begun working with Bethesda Game Studios to create new challenges for players of Fallout 6. New challenges. So what we're going to see here is that some of this roadmap, at least some of it, has been developed by Double 11, or they've done some of the lifting on it. So when it says new challenges, I would say possibly Test Your Metal is partially done by them. I would say the Pit is probably Bethesda's, because they've been working on that for a while, by all accounts. But Nuka World Tour could all be, Double 11. I guess we won't know, and I think that we're going to get more we're going to get some more context, and we're going to get some more information going forward. They've recently worked on Rust, Minecraft Dungeons, and Crackdown 3. If you go into it a little bit, Uncle Google will tell you what their roles have been. There have been minimal roles in those games because they are just a developing company right now, as was spoken about on Tech Raptor. All right, okay, so we've loved working on this game so far. This from Double 11, and from small beginnings our team is expanding as we plan to develop more content in the future, so keep an eye on our careers page. I know some people who I could probably send to them who could fix this game. But yeah, so this is promising, right? They're a small team who actually wants to take more people, as opposed to what's been Bethesda's trend so far, having a lot of people and taking people away. These guys are a small team. They're going to take Fallout 76 into their hands, and they want to add more people. So I think that's good news. And the fact that we've just recently heard that Bethesda is developing a 5-year roadmap, you have to figure that these guys are going to be part of that roadmap, especially since Bethesda says Bethesda and Double Edge began speaking in late 2020, and since then we've worked together on a host of exciting new content that will be enjoyed by a passionate community of fans later in 2022. I think that refers to us guys, right? So yeah, the fans want to see new content. This is the biggest gripe with the game so far. If you're just coming into the game now, I think it's a fantastic game. I really, really wish I was coming into Fallout 76 as a new player today, because there's so much to do. You can't take what Bethesda has done away from Bethesda, because they have done a lot of stuff for this game. So complete and total respect, but it needs a fresh perspective. Looks like Double 11 might be the fresh take we need. I choose to be optimistic about this. I really think that if they're saying at this point that they want to add new people to their team and they're going to work on this game, that can only mean good things going forward. More content, more often things dropping, because okay, Invaders from Beyond was a good romp for 2 weeks, but now we're back to, you know, treasure hunt and mole miners. Yeah. Anyway, so Rust developer, The Push, writes about it as well. It's more just kind of, it's a privilege to be trusted to work on one of the most iconic franchises in gaming history. The team we've assembled to work on 76 are so passionate about the series. Working with Bethesda is a dream come true, and I'm sure it is. Someone pointed out in the comments section that I'm sure someone is really going to want to put that on their job resume, but I still think there's a lot of haters out there, and a lot of people hate unduly right now in this game because it is in a good place as a general thing. One thing I talked with King Fanman about recently was the possibility of them updating it for the next generation of games, and I'm going to possibly get in touch with him because he spoke about an interview, I think with Pete Hines, when they said that was actually a possibility. So if you're looking at a 5-year roadmap, you would have to think that they're gonna need to update the graphics, the visual looks. Within 5 years, they've got to do something, because in 2 years' time, this game's going to look archaic. It's not looking at its best right now graphically. I love the graphic style. It's kind of, has a lot of nostalgia for me, but I can see why they will have, in a couple of years, problems finding new players for this game, because it just won't look as good as Elden Ring. Even if we're just taking, like, today, for example, and games in 2 years' time are just going to look so good. Starfield, it will have to, I'm not going to say it's got to compete with Starfield, but it has to look visually better going forward. So let's hope that this new developer with fresh ideas, a fresh way of looking at things, will mean a bright future for Fallout 76. Thank you for watching and putting up with my stuttering and trying to get through my sore throat and my head cold. This is Gizmo First. Please leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you later.